Hi everybody, welcome to this video on video editing, and I will be covering a few questions that arose in the group, such as how to connect another camera so that you can have your hands watching when you're making, and also how to edit in a way that allows you to have multiple viewpoints at the same time. But I thought we'd actually start with some basics. I realized as I was recording this video, I was doing a lot of things that I felt like I needed to cover first. So I'm just going to start by sharing my screen. So this is iMovie. This is the program that I use to do all of my video editing. It is only available on Macs, and I know that some of you have Macs and some of you that don't, but there is other software that's available. I am going to show you what I know, and there are amazing, incredible YouTube and Google resources for the things that you don't. So I'm sorry that I can't cover it all, but I have to speak to my strengths and what I know. And what I do know is that a lot of these programs are very, very similar. So this is what iMovie looks like. When you come into it, it gives you lots of options. And so you can create a new project. This is all the videos that I have been creating. So I just click on this to start, or you would click new. So the thing that I like to do is I like to record on Zoom. Somebody asked me this question in our last video, and the reason I like that is because it allows me to do screen sharing. So if I'm doing images or videos or presentations, I can show how I'm working and what I'm doing. So iMovie is pretty simple and it's quite intuitive once you get into it. So the first thing that I like to do is to drop in this graphic that I made. You can make a graphic like this on canva.com, and I simply just drop it in. You might save it onto your desktop and then drop it on, but I like to do this. One of the things that iMovie automatically wants to do is to do the zooming in thing. I don't like that, so I press fit. So immediately when I start my video, and you can start it by pressing space bar, it will just be still. This is a video, I always like to use this, but I like to put my titles in too. So I like to use the focus lower third. So all I do is grab it and I drag and drop it. Here I'm going to put a title. So we're going to call this video editing. I don't want it to be white because my background's already white. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to click this, and I'm going to bring it to black. You can also have any color that you like. I also know that I want my font to be 80, and I'm also going to bring it in line with the text a bit more. Maybe we'll call this Editing 101. So then when I play it, it's going to look something like this. And already it's a little bit too far, so I need to come back and bring it probably back to there. I try it out again, and it looks good. Okay, the other thing I like to add is a bit of audio. So this app comes with lots of different sounds. The one that I love to use is actually called Pastel. And I use this short version, which is 8 seconds. I drag it and I drop it down. Already I know that the volume is going to be too loud because I've worked with this several times before. So the way to lower the volume or make it higher is to grab this bar and drop it. I usually put it about 30, 40. I then make it smaller to that, and I also want to make it so that the music fades out. Now I'm going to play it for you. So that's how I start. The next thing I'm going to have is the video of me. Usually when I drop it in, there's a bit in the beginning where I don't film. If I want to make a complete break, I will just press Command B, which gives me Set-Pro. I can then delete that. I will start the video. Hi everybody, welcome to this video on video editing. Sometimes I like to, in my videos, add my name, and so I will use a standard lower third. I'll just drop it in. I'll write Kate Leppard. Maybe I'll write my website here. So, and we can see it's just added it like this. Hi everybody, welcome to this video on video editing. So I might want to pause a break. If I want to edit out something that's in between, then what I'm going to do is to listen and then create that pause. And I might want to put a transition in between. So for example, if I'm joining two videos together that might not match, I'll put a cross blur or a cross dissolve. And so it ends up looking like this. Video editing. So I thought we would start this session. So this is great if you've made a mistake, if you need to cut something, if you want to blend two things together. Then another thing that you will want to do is I have included in this section here is I've dragged an image. So this is a screenshot that I took by pressing Shift Command 4, dragging it over, and then it automatically gets saved to my desktop. I then just drag it from here and I put it in like this. So this is what I've done here for this section of the video. Sometimes it can be a little slow, especially if you are doing a lot. It can take a lot of energy from your computer. And you'll come up with a number of options. Okay, and so the way that I like to do it is to press iPhone or iPad via. So you can see this is moving in, and so this is the Ken Burns effect. You click it to where you want to start the video, and then you can move to where you want it to end. So I actually don't want it to be in that corner, so I'm going to make it go to there. So it really shows people what they're doing. It shows the arrow in the direction of movement. So I'll just show that to you again. And you'll come up with a number of options. Okay. Also, I realized that I really don't like the OK that I just said there. So what I'm going to do is highlight this, make sure it's yellow, Command B, take out the OK. Now let's play it again. And so the way that I like to do it. Great, much better. Okay, so this is a control that allows you to see things in very minute detail. This allows you to see the whole thing. So as you can see already, I have been editing this video and I'm kind of towards the end of my process, but I really wanted to do more basics on it. Other things that you might like to do is I wanted to create a black screen here. So I clicked background and I just dragged black and dropped it in here. This then allowed me to add titles. So I could write, when you see this, you'll be able to hear the sound. Okay. Because when I recorded it, it didn't actually come out the way I had anticipated. And because I want to zoom in a bit more and make it a little bit longer, we can choose to do 4 seconds. I'm going to make this 5 seconds so that you can actually read it. You want to make sure that you can read anything that you're putting out loud. So when you do this, you'll be able to hear the sound. Okay, so I'm coming to the section that I'm looking for. Okay, other things that you might want to be doing. So basic editing, you can also, for example, go to the end of the video. You can just drag it. If you want to cut a bit off at the end like that, that's how you do it. Very, very simple. If you want to have some images, for example, like let's say I wanted to have this image in and I wanted to record something over the end. I can do this. If I don't want it to move, I'm going to, of course, change the Ken Burns and I put the thing. So I'm going to record. So it's going to give me a count in. And this is a nice image just to finish off the video and give it a good feeling at the end. So then I can hear this. And this is a nice image just to finish off the video and give it a good feeling at the end. So now it wants to play from the beginning, so let's just stop it. Other things that you can do, so you might want to add a filter. So filters allow you to choose whatever you want. I might want to turn it to black and white. Whoops, just disappeared. You might have the silent era. Video editing. Vintage. Hi everybody. So you can see just by scanning over. You might choose it to be flipped. Hi everybody. Welcome to the. So there's all different effects that you can use. You can also change the speed of the video. You can have it slow, fast, freeze frame, custom. You can reduce the background noise. This is great, especially if you're not using headphones to be able to do this. You can also change the colors. You might make it warmer. You might make it more vibrant. You might make it darker or more shadows. This allows you to change the skin tone balance or white balance. And we also have what was the other thing? Oh yeah, stabilizing the video. So if you have been doing it without a tripod or on a computer, you can also stabilize your video and choose how much you want to stabilize it. So I think that answers most of the things that you will encounter. So now go into the different parts of the video that I already recorded, and now I'm editing it together. If you have any questions, please ask me in the live session, or you can send an email to me at kateleopard@protonmail.com, and I'm really happy to answer your queries. Again, check YouTube. YouTube is an amazing resource for guidelines of teaching you how to do different parts, and really can inspire you to go beyond what you thought was possible. So I thought we would start this session today with actually looking at how to use multiple cameras. I know that's been a question that's come up a few times, is how to have devices that are maybe looking at your hands or to get multiple angles so that you have a professional appearance. So one of the ways that you can do this is if you go on your share screen on Zoom, and you'll come up with a number of options. And so the way that I like to do it is to press iPhone or iPad via AirPlay. And this may look differently for everybody. I am working on a Mac computer and have an iPad. So you may need to find a different way of working with it if you are working on an Android phone and a desktop computer or Windows-based computer. There are plenty of videos on Google. There are plenty of videos on YouTube if you would like to find out more, but I'm going to show you the way that I do it. So I press share on that, and then it's going to come up with a screen that says on your iPad or iPhone, connect to my Wi-Fi network. Then I'm going to click screen mirroring. Okay, and then it will show me this. From this section, I'm going to open my camera. So as you can see, I've got multiple views right now. This is me peeking one way, and I'm going to start to press record. So I have this video. So this is one way. So I might be looking here, I might be talking this way and saying, hi, how is it going? And then move to here and have like a more professional way of doing it. In a minute, I'm going to show you how to overlay both of these on top of each other so that you can move between the two. But right now, I'm going to stop that setting. So that was showing you how to record via Zoom so that you can do a share screen, so that you could have yourself in the corner. You could also have your hands as the main shot. You can also, as I've talked about before, do that with having multiple cameras that are permanently put together, or you can also have it so that you have two separate devices. And so right now I have my iPad right next to me. So I'm going to hit record on that. And I'm going to keep talking because in a minute I want to show you how to edit these two together so that you can just overlay them on top. So it makes a succinct way. As you could see, like in the last recording, when I recorded via Zoom, the lips weren't syncing up. And this is what you want. You want it to be completely professional. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So what I've done is actually gone back into my iPad right here, and I have selected to immediately send it to myself as a file. So if you just press that and it sends it through an AirDrop. This automatically comes up on my computer. I can see it just in front of me and allows me to be able to access it instantly. So as you can see, it comes up as a file here. Okay, so it's uploaded onto my computer just here. So all I'm going to do is to drag and drop that. And I'm going to drag and drop it in here so that I have it from a different direction. So what I am doing now is going to share my screen again. So you should be able to see that we are in the iMovie again. So I'm bringing the file. Actually, the first thing I want to do is find out where I first started recording. So I've got all this video so far, and I have to play a few different sections to find out. Okay, it's not that. Okay, so I'm coming to the section that I'm looking for. What I'm going to do is drag and drop this in. So and now this is a part, we can drag this part open. So I'm hiring the volume right now. So what I'm trying to do right now is just to line them up. Okay, so that's pretty good. And so what I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to cut that off, and I'm going to lower the sound completely. So it's like this. So now when we watch it, right next to me, so I'm going to hit record on that. And I'm going to keep talking because in a minute I want to show you how to edit these two together so that you can just overlay them on top. So it makes a succinct way. As you could see, like in the last recording, when I recorded via Zoom, the lips weren't syncing up. But this is what you want. You want it to be completely professional. Okay, great. So I'm stopping the share and I will add this to the video now, hoping it's not getting too complicated. And this is a nice image just to finish off the video and give it a good feeling at the end.